Morning, everyone. Welcome back to Deep Sky Farms, and welcome back to AgroForests for episode 14. We're down at the store this morning because I want to pre-order a project for later on, probably next episode. Plus, we need to pick up a windrower to look after the straw in the fields that we combined the other day. So what I'd like to do is I would like to put together a rig that would allow us to go and take advantage of all of the deadwood contracts on this map. On Silver Run, deadwood was stupidly lucrative, so I kind of want to play that game again. What I'm thinking of for this map is the Unimog U1250, U1450, and U1650. This guy right here. This is available on the Mod Hub. It's fully approved by Giants. And what makes this cool, or what gave me the idea, is that you can stick a logging crane on this. I wish I would have had something like this on Silver Run, because that would have been the backbone of my system back then. But I was using something else. I was using the FTG Mojita trailer, which is a really good trailer. So we're going to search for this using the Find Used mod, and we're going to try and get this at a discount. So for a tipper bed, we're going to take the build-up dump regular, not the build-up dump long. With the logging crane, if you try to use the build-up dump long, there will be a physics conflict between the dump and the crane, and it will launch the vehicle into orbit. So we're going to find used on that one. And next we're going to grab our logging crane. Now, there's two different cranes in here. One of them is a big bag handler that you can add a logging claw on as an accessory, or there's the plain old logging crane like this one here. You can use this one and this successfully, but just note that they will be in two different control groups, so you'll end up having to switch back and forth in order to, if you want to spin the crane or spin the claw and then open the claw. For me, I'm probably not going to use the big bag function, so I'm just going to go with the regular, this one here, the Unimog forestry crane. Now, the last thing that we're going to need from the store today, and this one we're going to buy it outright, we're going to need a windrower to put all of our windrows, or we're going to try and consolidate some of the straw up in the oat field and the wheat field. Now, in rehearsal, I was using the SR314 Kuhn one. We're going to try the Vermeer one. This may be a bad idea, because this one isn't from the Mod Hub, it's from King Mods. We're going to see how it works out. The Citrex, it's the same as the Vermeer, but it's reskinned and it's more expensive, and I don't really like it anyway. So we're going to go with the Vermeer and see how this works out. And we parked in exactly the worst possible spot that we could pick in this parking lot. So we're going to do a 300-point turn and get ourselves spun around and hook up to this piece of equipment. Okay, so that wasn't as painful as I thought it was going to be. So last episode, we ran around and we did a bunch of water point construction, and that was pretty cool. I really liked that. We also got the garden up and running by the house. We're building out the house area a little bit more. And what I would like to do in the future, we're going to need to get the grass cut here. I haven't figured out exactly how we're going to do that yet. It may involve getting another little tractor and a small mower. I'm not sure. But we definitely want to get our dairy barn up and running as soon as possible and get some money coming in from the milk cows. Okay, so here we go. We're going to be playing a game with Enhanced Vehicle Mod. What we're going to do is we're going to attempt to use the EV mod to kind of pull these two windrows together and do it in such a way that it's sort of automatic-ish. Now, here in the controls menu, if you scroll down into the EV section, you can see that if we use right shift numpad plus and right shift numpad minus, we can change the width of the track that EV uses. So what the plan is we're going to set it to the width of the combine header. And we can go look this up, just, go find it. I happen to know that in this case, it's 6 meters. So we're going to use these controls to set our track width to 6 meters. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set the number of jump tracks to 2. Okay, so here we go. We're going to set our alignment. We're going to spin our track back and forth with control page up, control page down. Try to get the tracks to be parallel with the existing windrows. Now we use the controls that we just looked at, right shift plus and right shift minus, to bring our track width down to 6 meters. And you can see when we've got it on 6, it's landing right dead center on the middle of those windrows. And then finally, we're going to use Control 4 and Control 6 to set the number of jump rows and which way we're going to jump. In this case, we're going to hit Control 4 and bring us over so that we roll out of our turn on roll -2. And then after that, it's a matter of just hitting the cruise control, dropping the implement, and going for a little drive. If you're interested in a deep dive on the EV mod, I do have a pretty extensive video on how to do stuff with that and headlands management. It's over on the Saxlingham map. I'll put a link to it down in the description, and maybe see if I can figure out how to put a link in this screen here. But this is it. This is the core of our plan here. Right, now that we're at the end of our row, we just hit the turn button. I've got it mapped onto my farm stick. I believe the keyboard shortcut for it is right control and home, but I can't remember. Like I say, I've got it mapped to a button on my joystick. So, but it's in there. Go look in the settings page and you shall find it. And then off we go, back up, and we're doing okay. The Vermeer is doing okay.
You got me feeling good, right about your side. Lost in every move, riding down your smile. Baby, hold me tight, let me trace your lies. Keep it low, cause you dropping it down. We gon' boogie to the sundown, no. Baby girl, you look so fine, fine, fine. 아무 생각 없이 can't wait to tune it out. Show you all I know, let me ease your mind. Can I? By 6:08, give me another minute of your time. We'll turn it upside down. Can be sick all night, cause we'll switch it up inside out. And I give all that you want. Let me make you say left, right, up and down. Let's fall in love, backtrack and do it over. Do it over. Let me make you say left, right, up and down. Let's do it all night, we're never getting sober. Never getting sober. Know you want me feeling you, right on top of mine. Lost in every groove, holding down your spine. tune it out, show you all I know. Let me ease your mind. Can I 608, give me another minute of your time. We'll turn it upside down. Can be sip all night, cause we'll switch it up inside out. And I give all that you want. Let me give it all. Let me make you say left, right, up and down. Let's fall and now backtrack if we do it over, baby. Do it over. Let me make you say left, right, up and down. Let's do it all night. We're never getting sober, baby. Never getting sober. Let me make you say left, right, up and down. Let's fall and now backtrack and do it over. Do it over. Let me make you say left, right, up and down. Let's do it all night. We're never getting sober. Never getting sober.
So while we were doing all of that, we had a couple of successful searches on our used vehicle quest. We're going to take this thing back up to the barn and park the thing under the thing. And then we're going to walk down to the shop and see what it is that we got. I'm hoping that we at least got the vehicle, and then we can start from there. It looks like we lucked out on the search for the vehicle and for the crane. That's cool. The box is an accessory that we don't necessarily need just yet. It'll be nice to have, but anyway, so it looks like the used vehicle mod, it didn't bring us the vehicle with the crane mount, so we'll have to install that. And let's see. Everything else, we're just going to go base model, but we are going to change the color. I like the brown orange, and let's highlight the rims too. There we go. That's looking pretty good. So we're going to take that, and we're going to take this on a higher purchase, I think. I'm not going to add anything else to it, but we are going to take it on a higher purchase and pay this off over time. Now for the crane mount, we're just going to buy this thing outright. There's nothing to change on here. We're going to keep the wheel setup as standard. Can talk about that later. But that's it. We've got the first two pieces to the puzzle of how to do deadwood in a really slick way here. So I'm going to walk down, pick up our little truck, and we're going to take it up to the house and do a little photo shoot. Now this is awesome. As we go with this, as we go along and get it making money and paying for itself, then we can start adding upgrades to it. Probably the first thing that I'm going to do is add the brush guard and a bigger engine to it. And then we're going to do a special episode where I show you how to put the variable tire pressure mod on it. Because I tested that on another map in the snow, and variable tire pressure did make a whole pile of difference. So that'll be coming in the future. I might even label it as a side quest. It's not necessarily directly tied to the story here, but you know, everybody's got a YouTube build it in the garage video out now. Alright, let's give the crane a quick test here and see, just make sure everything's working properly. And then we're going to take this up to the house. So the stabilizers go down, the crane unfolds, and it behaves basically like any other logging crane. I have my controls for the crane set to a dedicated Xbox controller, so that way it's a little bit easier to deal with. I'm sure there are other ways to do this. Eventually I'd like to upgrade to a wheel and 2 farm sticks, but you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. Maybe once we become a paying YouTube channel. Yeah, in and out, spins around, everything works. And like I say, this is all on the one control group, so that will make life really, really easy. Now, as we send that all the way out, you can see that we're rocking just a little bit, so we're going to have to put some weight on this truck. It's not super tippy, but it is a little bit bouncy. So let's fold this up and get out of here. I think I might actually want to put some lights on the side of this crane too. That could be another video too, how to add lights in Giants Editor. Alright, here we go. So I think as we build out our forestry empire, I would like to play with the new Yarder pack that's recently been released. I can't remember who it was that did it, but whenever we get there, we'll get there. I'll let you know. Silver Run would be a good place to do this because it's really hilly. There's a lot of up and down here. And this would be a good tow beast to get the Yarder to where we need it. Alright, up the hill we go. Yeah, this is remarkably steep here. But it's handling it well. I don't know how it'll handle it with a log trailer on there, but... And actually, that's going to be the next thing that we need to figure out is how we do the log trailer. What do we want to do about that? Okay, there we are, home sweet home, just as the sun is setting. All right, I guess that's going to do it for us this week. Thanks for coming out. I really appreciate it. If you like what we're doing, give us a thumbs up, ring the bell, all that good stuff. Check out our friends over at Otter Plays for some high-quality Minecraft content. And we'll be back looking for a baler next week. So until then, take care of yourselves, y'all.